Imagine going to a doctor because you're not feeling well, and instead of asking questions or running tests, the doctor immediately writes a prescription. Most of us would really question that approach. Yet, organizational leaders do this all the time. They implement new training programs, they restructure departments, or replace managers before they truly understand the root cause of the problem. And that's why organizational assessments are so valuable. Before prescribing a solution, effective leaders diagnose the organization. In this video, I'll explain how organizational assessments improve the effectiveness of your organization and why they are one of the smartest investments stakeholders can make. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Delia De Jesus, and on this channel, we explore organization development and leadership using practical, evidence-informed strategies that help organizational leaders improve their culture, leadership development, employee engagement, and overall performance. If you're passionate about building stronger organizations and becoming a more effective leader, be sure to subscribe. Now let's begin. What is an organizational assessment? An organizational assessment is a systematic process that's used to collect information about how an organization is functioning. So instead of relying on assumptions, leaders gather data from multiple sources to understand what is working well, what challenges exist, and where improvement opportunities lie. And the purpose of any assessment is simple, and it is to help decision makers make better decisions based on evidence rather than assumptions. Think of an organizational assessment as a comprehensive health check for your organization. Why do assessments matter? Many organizational problems have symptoms that look obvious. For example, high turnover, low morale, poor communication, conflict, declining productivity, and missed deadlines. However, symptoms are not the same as causes. For example, poor communication may actually stem from unclear leadership expectations. Employee disengagement may result from limited opportunities for growth rather than compensation. And low productivity may be caused by inefficient processes instead of employee performance. So, organizational assessments help leaders identify root causes before investing time and resources in solutions that may not address the real problem. Following are 5 ways that assessments help improve organizational effectiveness. Number 1, they improve decision making. Organizations perform better when the decisions are supported by reliable information. So instead of relying solely on intuition or isolated opinions, assessments provide leaders with objective insights that improve strategic planning and resource allocation. So data-driven decisions often lead to more sustainable outcomes. Number 2, they strengthen leadership effectiveness. Leadership influences every aspect of organizational performance, and leadership assessments help identify strengths, developmental opportunities, communication patterns, and leadership behaviors that affect employees. And when leaders grow, organizations often grow with them. Number 3, they improve employee engagement. Employees want to be and feel heard, And organizational assessments provide employees with opportunities to share their experiences, their ideas, and their concerns. So when organizations listen and respond appropriately, employee trust increases, engagement improves, and employees become more committed to their organizational success. Number four, they strengthen organizational culture. You know, culture influences how work gets done every day, and assessments help organizations understand whether their values are reflected in daily behaviors, leadership practices, communication, collaboration, and decision making. So, strong organizational cultures don't just happen by accident. They are intentionally measured, evaluated, and continuously improved. And number five, they support continuous improvement. The highest performing organizations never assume that they've arrived. They have regular assessments evaluating, learning, and improving their organizational success. So organizational assessments, they create a life cycle of continuous learning that helps organizations remain adaptable in changing environments. There are many different types of organizational assessments, and depending on their goals, organizations use different forms of assessing their organizational practices. Some examples include employee engagement surveys, organizational culture assessments, leadership assessments, team effectiveness, communication, climate surveys, change readiness, training needs, and customer satisfaction surveys. Each assessment answers a different set of questions, but together they provide leaders with a more complete picture of organizational performance. Here are some of the best practices for using assessments. Collecting data is only the first step. So effective organizations also share assessment results in a transparent manner with everyone in the organization. They involve employees in developing solutions. They create measurable action plans. They monitor progress over time. They also conduct follow-up assessments to evaluate the improvement of the organization. And without an assessment, a lot of action leads to frustration. So assessments followed by meaningful action leads to organizational growth and success. In closing, I'd like to say that organizational effectiveness doesn't improve through guesswork. It improves when leaders understand their organizations well enough to make informed decisions. Assessments provide the information leaders need to solve the right problems, strengthen culture, improve leadership, and create workplaces where both employees and the organization can thrive. Remember, you cannot effectively improve what you have never taken time to understand. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone committed to building a healthier, more effective organization. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What organizational challenges do you believe should always be assessed before implementing any solution? And until the next time, continue leading with purpose, curiosity, and a commitment to continuous improvement. If you're an organizational leader, I'd like you to know that I'm passionate about helping leaders build healthier, stronger, and more effective organizations. Whether your focus is improving leadership effectiveness, strengthening team communications, increasing employee engagement, or creating a positive organizational culture, I'd love the opportunity to connect. I believe that every organization has opportunities to grow, and sometimes a fresh perspective can make all of the difference. Through evidence-based organizational development and leadership practices, I've been helping leaders identify practical strategies that support sustainable improvement and long-term success. If you're exploring ways to strengthen your organization, or you simply want to exchange ideas, I'll be happy to schedule a brief conversation. There's absolutely no obligation, just an opportunity to discuss your goals and see if I could be a resource. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.